with politics, but moving across the United States. We'll talk a bit more about this in extra, but just to let everybody know that the Kennedy campaign, on the 13th, announced this. Today, the Kennedy campaign announced a new campaign manager, Amaryllis Kennedy. Amaryllis, previously the Kennedy campaign's co-manager, will take the role of campaign manager beginning today. And this is because Dennis Kucinich, the Democrat, has resigned effectively from the Kennedy campaign. It says here, Dennis Kucinich has been a moral center in American politics for more than 5 decades. This campaign would never have experienced tremendous success during the past 6 months, except for the leadership, wisdom, experience he brought. We will continue to profit from his advice and judgment as we go forward. Well, the question is, why has he resigned? And my understanding is it's because of Kennedy's position on Israel in particular. But just to mention who Amaryllis is, here she is. She is Robert Kennedy Jr.'s daughter-in-law. Irish Central here reporting that she's led a fascinating and influential life all before the age of 40. She is a former CIA operative. 7 years, I believe, she was in the CIA as a clandestine service officer. So we can talk about a little bit more about this in extra, but that seems like a very interesting lady, shall we say?
Indeed, yeah. So that campaign is going to go in interesting directions, I think. Well, we've come back onto the subject of America, and we'll jump from there back to UK. This is a subject which I feel very strongly about. I live in UK. I regard myself as British, English, depending on who I'm talking about. But I have been more and more concerned with the fact that our politicians are pushing policies which I believe don't benefit UK in the first instance. So we've got here this Express headline, which I saw over the weekend. Britain is with you, not just today, but always. Sunak's unwavering support for Israel. As Corbyn joins thousands of Brits marching in support of Palestinians just a week after Hamas butchered Jews, Sunak gives a clear message. Now, I'll just add the words in, always unwavering support. And I have a question. Does this mean whatever Israel does, Israel can do whatever it likes, and Sunak's report is unwavering? This seems to be what he's indicating, and I take issue with this. He said, no words can begin to describe the horror and barbarism unleashed in Israel a week ago. British citizens were among the victims, and as we continue to learn more, I know there are families here and in Israel in deep pain and torment. My thoughts and my heart go out to everyone suffering in the wake of these attacks. I know that the days and weeks ahead will continue to be very difficult. To the people of Israel, I say, Britain is with you. What took place was an act of pure evil, and Israel has every right to defend itself. We will do everything we can to support Israel in restoring the security it deserves. To our Jewish community in the UK, I know you are hurting and reeling from these vile terrorist acts. We will do everything we can possibly do to protect Jewish people in our country. And if anything is standing in the way of keeping the Jewish community safe, we will fix it. And that isn't the end of it. He's unequivocal. We stand with Israel, not just today, not just tomorrow, but always. And I stand with you, the British Jewish community, not just today, not just tomorrow, but always. So this is immensely powerful. And my question is, to whom does its loyalty lie? The question of, the country of which he's Prime Minister, the UK, or to Israel. And if it's both of them, then clearly that is unlikely to work. And does UK count anymore? Now, it isn't just Mr. Sunak, because we've got Keir Starmer quoted in the same article. I've met with members, of the British Jewish community and told them that we stand with Israel and with them at this time. There must be zero tolerance of any increase in anti-Semitism or Islamophobia. Hamas has no interest in peace, no interest in protecting the Palestinians. Now, he's spread his message a little bit, but remember, this man is under the control of Tony Blair, in my opinion at least, and we've already demonstrated Tony Blair's part in Labour Friends of Israel. So again, we're not sure who this man is working for. Is it the people in UK, or is it for...
Well, I think we do know the answer to that.
Well,
it's Davos, isn't it? The World Economic Forum.
He's already said this, but I make the point.
Yes.
And I'm just going to add this one in. And again, a big thank you to a viewer who alerted me to this. This is the Institute of Government pointing out that a lot of MPs are standing down at the next general election. 48 Conservative, 14 Labour, 8 Scottish National Party and 3 Independents. Now, I must say that some of them are being forced to resign because of boundary changes, but nevertheless, we seem to be seeing MPs fleeing a sinking ship. And I think this must say something about how they see the regime in Westminster. Perhaps, David, some of these MPs now see Westminster as another cult itself, but we can have further discussion on that. Now, let's end by coming back to Mark and